The Olympics are supposed to be a showcase of the world's best athletes. So why would France use this massive platform to mock the Last Supper? The Bible tells us that one of the signs of the last days will be that the world would give themselves to the sin of lust and mock the Christian faith. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
Whenever we hear the word blasphemy, the first thing that typically comes to mind is someone verbally desecrating God's name. And while of course that's a big part of blasphemy, it can happen in other forms as well. Last night was the opening ceremonies for the Olympics, and we saw a desecration, a blasphemy if you would, of the Last Supper scene, where there were transgender people sitting up on a stage and blaspheming the name of Christ as they were trying to replicate the Last Supper. Friends, blasphemy is alive and well, but so is our Savior. You know, James in his epistle talked about how they blaspheme that noble name by which you are called.
It is the day after the Olympic opening ceremony, and we are here at the Louvre, and we're about to ask people their opinions on what we saw last night. Let's go. Did you get a chance to see the opening ceremony last night here in France?
Yeah, we did.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was great, really artistic, very creative.
Did you like it?
Yes, I love it.
What was your favorite part about the opening ceremony?
I've seen the United States of America bow.
LeBron James holding the flag?
That's right.
What is something that stood out to you?
Well, for me, Celine Dion was amazing.
Celine Dion?
Yo.
It was a spectacular event.
Have you guys heard of any controversy? Anybody upset about anything?
I mean, it's the internet. I'm sure somebody's going to be mad about something.
No, it's okay.
They reenacted the Last Supper using people from the LGBT community. You have any thoughts on that?
No, although I wish I would have seen it.
They did a great job trying to be as diverse and inclusive as they could.
Very inclusive, yeah. They had lots of diversity in it.
I thought it was fine.
At one point during the opening ceremony, they reenacted the Last Supper of Jesus. Did you see that part?
Well, for me, it's nice. I mean, LGBT, why not?
Christians and other religious people are saying that that was offensive, that it was blasphemous to Jesus. Do you think they make a point?
No, I don't think so.
If we're going to respect each other, a Christian or a Catholic shouldn't mock or make fun of the LGBT community. But the LGBT community seems to be able to mock or make fun of Christianity. It seems like it's a double standard, don't you think?
Oof, I don't know, really.
Do you think they were being respectful of Christianity?
I don't know, maybe.
If like a church put on a display making fun of people in the LGBTQ community, or if that wasn't towards Christianity and it was towards Muhammad, like Islam, don't you think people would have been like, hey, that's not kind, that's not tolerant?
Oof, it's a interesting question, really. For my side, the respect for me is the base.
Yeah.
You need to start from there and after continue.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think, one, God has created every single person equally, right? And that all of us deserve dignity and respect.
Correct.
And I think we have an opportunity and maybe even a responsibility as people, not only of one nation, if I'm in America or you're here in France, but of the world, to be able to live in a place that is respectful to everybody, even if they don't agree with you. And I think one way of showing respect is to not dishonor, to not blaspheme what other people believe. That, to me, what we saw last night was blasphemous. It was disrespectful.
Notice, Jesus is at the center of the painting, as he should be, because he is the central figure of the human race. There is no one like him. Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, Baha'u'llah, they do not deserve to be in the same sentence with him, let alone as a contemporary of Jesus.
I mean, can you imagine if last night at the opening ceremony for the Olympics here in Paris, they did some sort of reenactment in connection with blaspheming Muhammad? It's unthinkable, right? And yet, in a sense, we've grown desensitized to this. You would think the world would be in upheaval, like what in the world is going on, right? I mean, France supposedly has really deep Christian roots. What's going on here? Well, as we've talked about before, there is no question a demonic agenda that's taking place. But isn't it interesting as well that those who were blaspheming Christ last night, that the transgender community, the LGBTQ community that talks about peace and love and tolerance, demonstrated anything but that last night as they blasphemed our God?